Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The buzz around the league has been getting louder, and when I say louder, I mean the kind of whisper that somehow echoes through every corner of basketball social media, locker room chatter, and late-night talk shows, because the rumor floating right now is that RUI HACHIMURA is about to close a deal with the Warriors. Nothing official, nothing signed on paper yet, but you know how these things work when the smoke keeps coming from the same direction. People close to the situation keep hinting that the conversations are real, that the interest is mutual, and that the idea of RUI wearing those colors is no longer some wild fantasy cooked up by fans. It feels like one of those moves that quietly makes sense the more you think about it, especially when you look at how RUI's game has evolved, how his confidence has grown, and how his name has started to circulate in conversations that go beyond his current role. This is not just about a player changing teams. It is about a shift in narrative, about a new chapter that could redefine how RUI is seen across the league. When a player with his background, his international impact, and his unique style becomes linked to a franchise with such a strong identity, people pay attention. And trust me, everyone is paying attention right now. What really adds fuel to this speculation is the emotional tone surrounding the situation, especially coming from voices that matter. REDICK, now known not just as a former sharpshooter, but as the current head coach of the Lakers, did not hide his feelings when the topic of RUI came up. His words, saying that he hopes RUI will be happy with the Warriors, sounded less like a casual comment and more like a farewell wrapped in respect and understanding. When a coach speaks like that, especially one who understands the league from both the players and the strategist perspective, it makes people read between the lines. REDICK has been around long enough to recognize when a player is ready for something different, something bigger, or simply something that fits better. His journey from being the 11th pick in the 2006 draft to becoming a respected voice on the sidelines gives weight to everything he says. So when he talks about RUI's happiness and future, it feels like an acknowledgement that change is coming. That kind of public blessing often signals that internal conversations have already taken place, and that everyone involved is preparing emotionally for what comes next. RUI HACHIMURA's story has always been compelling, and that is why this rumor resonates so strongly. A Japanese player making his mark in the National Basketball Association was already significant, but RUI never wanted to be just a symbol. He wanted to be recognized for his game, his physicality, his smooth mid-range touch, and his ability to step up when the lights get brighter. With the Lakers, he has shown flashes of that potential, moments where you can see the confidence surge and the crowd respond. Yet there has always been this feeling that he is still searching for the perfect environment, a system that fully embraces what he brings to the floor. The Warriors, with their reputation for ball movement, spacing, and trust in versatile forwards, seem like a natural fit on paper. Fans start connecting dots, imagining RUI cutting to the basket, stretching the defense, and thriving in a culture that values intelligence as much as talent. That is how rumors grow, not from nothing, but from possibilities that feel logical and exciting. From the Warriors' perspective, the idea of adding RUI is being whispered about as a smart, forward-looking move. This is not about chasing headlines or making noise for the sake of it. It is about finding pieces that can blend into an established philosophy while also bringing something fresh. RUI's size, strength, and developing shot could offer new looks, new rotations, and new matchups that opponents would have to respect. People close to the Warriors camp are saying that there is admiration for how RUI has handled pressure, how he represents an entire country every time he steps on the court, and how he continues to grow without demanding the spotlight. That kind of mentality fits perfectly with a franchise that has built its success on shared responsibility and unselfish play. The speculation suggests that the Warriors see RUI not just as a role player, but as someone who could evolve within their system, unlocking layers of his game that we have only glimpsed so far. What makes this whole situation even more intriguing is the silence from RUI himself. No dramatic statements, no cryptic posts, just a calm presence that leaves room for interpretation. Some fans see that as professionalism, others as quiet confirmation that talks are ongoing behind closed doors. In the world of sports rumors, silence can be louder than words. It allows narratives to grow, it lets analysts speculate, and it keeps everyone guessing. RUI has always carried himself with a certain calm, almost stoic demeanor, and that only adds to the mystery. People who follow him closely say he values stability, respect, and a clear role, and if the Warriors have presented a vision that aligns with those values, it would make sense for him to listen. This is not about chasing fame. It is about finding the right basketball home. And when that kind of alignment seems possible, rumors tend to turn into reality faster than anyone expects. As this story continues to swirl, fans from both sides are reacting emotionally, some excited, some nervous, and some already imagining how this move could reshape the balance within the league. Lakers supporters debate what his absence would mean, while Warriors fans start picturing lineups and rotations that include his name. REDICK's supportive words hang in the air like a final nod, a recognition that basketball careers are journeys, not static commitments. The idea that RUI could step into a new chapter, supported by a coach who wishes him happiness rather than holding him back, adds a human layer to all this speculation. It reminds everyone that beyond contracts and rumors, these are people making life-changing decisions. And right now, all signs point to RUI, HACHIMURA, and the Warriors being more than just a rumor, even if nothing has been officially said yet. Now, moving deeper into this speculation, the second part of this story feels even more like a classic basketball plot twist, because when you start imagining RUI HACHIMURA actually in a Warriors uniform, the conversations shift from whether it will happen to how it could transform his career. This is where the YouTube-style debates really heat up, because everyone has an opinion, everyone has a theory, and everyone believes they see the bigger picture. The Warriors have long been known as a place where smart players flourish, where movement without the ball is just as important as scoring, and where trust is earned through consistency. RUI, with his disciplined approach and willingness to learn, seems tailor-made for that environment. People speculate that being surrounded by veterans who understand spacing and rhythm could unlock a new level of confidence in him. The rumor suggests that this is not just a change of scenery, but a strategic move that could elevate his status from a solid contributor to a widely recognized force. REDICK's role in this narrative continues to be fascinating, because his perspective bridges generations of basketball thinking. As a former player who experienced the grind of the league after being selected 11th in the 2006 draft, he understands the emotional weight of transitions. As a coach, he understands timing, fit, and long-term vision. His comment about wanting RUI to be happy with the Warriors feels like a subtle acknowledgement that sometimes letting go is part of leadership. Insiders speculate that REDICK respects RUI enough to not stand in the way of an opportunity that could be better aligned with his strengths. That kind of mutual respect is rare and powerful, and it adds credibility to the idea that this move is being handled with care rather than conflict. When coaches speak openly about a player's future happiness, it often means that both sides are aligned on what comes next, even if the details are still being finalized. Another layer that keeps coming up in these rumors is RUI's global impact and how the Warriors might see that as part of the bigger picture. This is not just about marketing, but about representation and influence. RUI has become a symbol of what is possible for young players in Japan and across Asia, and the Warriors have always embraced a global identity. Fans speculate that this partnership could resonate far beyond the court, creating a deeper connection with international audiences while staying true to basketball values. But the key point people emphasize is that RUI would not be brought in as a symbol. He would be brought in as a player who can help win. That distinction matters, and it is one of the reasons why this rumor feels grounded rather than superficial. The Warriors are known for substance over spectacle, and RUI's work ethic aligns with that reputation. Of course, no speculation would be complete without acknowledging the risks and questions. Some voices wonder how RUI would adjust to a faster pace, to a system that demands constant movement and quick decisions. Others question whether his role would be clearly defined or if he would have to fight for minutes in a competitive rotation. These debates are part of what makes the rumors so engaging, because they show how invested people already are in the idea. Supporters argue that RUI has shown adaptability throughout his career, adjusting to different expectations and continuing to grow. They believe that a structured, intelligent system like the Warriors could actually simplify the game for him, allowing his natural strengths to shine. In speculation, optimism often clashes with caution, and that tension keeps the conversation alive. What stands out most in all these discussions is the emotional tone. This does not feel like a cold business move, but like a potential evolution that everyone involved seems to accept. REDICK's farewell tone, the quiet confidence from RUI's camp, and the respectful curiosity from the Warriors' side all contribute to a sense that this is being approached thoughtfully. Fans pick up on that energy, and it shapes how the rumor is received. Instead of anger or betrayal, there is curiosity and anticipation. People talk about growth, fit, and happiness more than contracts and numbers, and that says a lot about how this situation is perceived. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, as the speculation continues to build, the story of RUI HACHIMURA potentially closing with the Warriors feels like one of those moments that will be remembered as either the start of something special or a fascinating what-if. For now, it lives in that in-between space where rumors thrive, fueled by subtle comments, logical connections, and a shared imagination of fans. REDICK's words linger as a symbolic passing of the torch, a reminder that careers move forward and chapters change. Until something official is said, all we can do is read the signs, connect the dots, and enjoy the conversation. And right now, that conversation is louder than ever, hinting that RUI HACHIMURA's next chapter could be written in Warriors colors. As the rumor keeps gaining momentum, another angle that people cannot stop discussing is how RUI HACHIMURA's personality might blend into the Warriors' locker room culture. Those close to the league often say that talent gets you noticed, but personality keeps you employed and respected, and RUI has built a reputation as a quiet worker who lets his performance speak louder than his words. That kind of presence is often undervalued until it is placed next to strong veteran leadership, where it suddenly becomes essential. Speculation suggests that the Warriors see RUI as someone who would absorb knowledge quickly, listen more than he speaks, and gradually assert himself in the right moments. This is the type of player coaches trust during tense stretches because he does not chase the spotlight, but also does not shy away from responsibility. Fans imagine him learning nuances of spacing, defensive rotations, and timing simply by being immersed in that environment daily. The idea floating around is that this move could sharpen RUI's basketball instincts even further, turning him into a more complete and reliable option. When people frame the rumor this way, it stops being just about a transfer and starts sounding like a carefully planned development step, which is why the speculation feels so convincing to so many observers. Another fascinating aspect of this ongoing buzz is how it reflects a broader shift in how players navigate their careers. RUI HACHIMURA's potential move is being talked about as an example of choosing fit over familiarity, growth over comfort. Those who analyze the league point out that staying put is not always the best option, especially for players who feel there is more to unlock in their game. The rumor implies that RUI might be at that crossroads, recognizing that while his current situation has offered valuable experience, a different system could challenge him in new and productive ways. REDICK's supportive stance reinforces this interpretation, making it seem less like a departure and more like a natural progression. Fans discuss how this mindset mirrors that of other successful players who took calculated risks and reaped the rewards. In this light, the Warriors are not just another destination, but a platform where RUI could redefine expectations placed upon him. This narrative resonates strongly because it speaks to ambition without arrogance and confidence without noise, qualities that many believe define RUI's approach to the game. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.